So I figured since Mercury is preparing to station retrograde yet again, joining Saturn and Neptune, and later this month, Chiron will be joining as well, I figured it would be a good time to make a short video specific to my little 2 cents on retrogrades, all right? Every time Mercury stations retrograde, the internet explodes with straight up misinformation. A lot of the astrologers you see in your feed are not astrologers. A lot of the people who make astrology content are regurgitating information that they find from other sources, usually astrology blogs or memes. And they have not studied the craft. They have not studied astrology in general. They have not consumed the work of the master astrologers that came before them. And they really get all of their information from like Tumblr and Reddit and people who are not well versed in the art, right? Astrology is a study and it requires you to study it in order to understand it. And a lot of things are misinterpreted, right? Retrogrades, in my opinion, being one of the biggest ones. The idea that they are bad or that they are disruptive or that they come to fuck up your life, right? That meme, hide your kids, hide your mom, Mercury retrograde is coming. It's like, okay, that is so inaccurate. Retrogrades are your friends. They are not your foe, all right? When Mercury or another planet stations retrograde, it is not that retrograde that brings the chaos, the conflict, the disruption. Something was already misaligned. Something is out of whack. Something needs you to revisit it, restructure it, realign it. And the Mercury retrograde or the Saturn retrograde or whatever retrograde comes to help us retrace our steps so that we can find alignment that was lost. Retrogrades are our innate way of evolving. The lunar nodes, which is the point where we have our eclipses, where the orbits of the sun and moon, our 2 luminaries cross, and we have these awe-inspiring events in our sky that are these major portals of fate and destiny and transformation and change. The nodes always move backwards. They are constantly moving in our retrograde expression because that is how we grow. That is how we evolve, by revisiting the past and rewriting it so it does not repeat again. The ages. We are in the age of Pisces. We are moving into the age of Aquarius. This great precessional cycle, the shifting of the stars over time in a great circle, a 26,000 year cycle, moves in a retrograde expression over the equinox degree. We grow and we evolve as a collective through retrograde energy, through revisiting, restructuring, redoing, realigning, usually some sort of karmic narrative, really trying to instill some sort of lesson that maybe we have missed, right? And so you guys know me. I'm convinced that it's a psyop. I'm convinced that whoever originated this idea, it's like a Fed or something, right? Really implanting the idea that retrogrades are bad, should be feared. You should hide inside your house. You should not do anything during a retrograde, because what you can do during a retrograde is fix your fucking life, bro. Like, your life is already messed up by the time a planet stations retrograde. And it is your friend. It is here to help you rewrite something, redo something, restructure something. If you have retrogrades in your natal chart, they are innately tied to reincarnation. Souls that incarnate with a planet retrograde, and this was a well-known astrological fact, until I want to say like 2012, until really the onset of like internet astrology, clickbaity internet astrology, right? Previous to that, any astrological book, and I'll give you guys some book recommendations maybe in tomorrow's video. Any astrological book written by an actual astrologer, I'm going to say 2012, give or take, right? Retrogrades were not seen as harmful, and particularly in a natal chart, they are tied to reincarnation. That soul incarnated with the goal of rewriting, restructuring, realigning, reconfiguring, revisiting, redoing to a certain extent, but in order to get right in this lifetime, some sort of karmic narrative from the past. They're here to do great, profound work. And we're convincing them that these are yes, they're challenges, right? A retrograde brings up challenges in order for us to learn profound karmic lessons. Yes, if you have Mercury retrograde in your chart, communication is going to be an issue, but your inner monologue is on point. Your connection to the unseen aspects of reality is on point. But really the key gift of a Mercury retrograde in a chart is that inner monologue. You are revisiting, reassessing everything because the outside world is there's miscommunication with others, right? And so you have to make sure to communicate very clearly so that you are heard. And so it teaches you lessons in communication. A Venus retrograde came into this life in order to restructure, realign, reconfigure some sort of past life connection to a romantic partner, to something that has to do with values or finances, something that you did not learn in a past life and that you came into this life to learn that lesson, right? And we can go on and on. I'll make other videos in the future, but what I want to get at here is that retrogrades are a gift from the cosmos. They're little cosmic helpers that come to help you fix your life. Do not look at them as the source of the disruption because they are not. They are the source that can help you fix what has already been disrupted. And then they make you notice it, right? We didn't notice it. That's why we have to retrace our steps during a retrograde. The planet was moving through certain degrees in a direct fashion. And during that time, we missed something, right? I like to say that we were walking and we dropped our keys and we did not know. And we kept walking and we get to our house or we get to our car. I like the car better. We get to our car and we cannot move any farther because we do not have our keys. We do not have the keys to the lesson that we were meant to learn during those degrees. And so we retrace our steps. The planet seems to be moving backwards over the same degrees. Oh, look, I found my keys. I see what was wrong and now I work to fix it. And then the planet stations direct, we go over it for a third time. This is where the lesson is integrated. We get to our car, we have our keys, we can now move on in a more aligned fashion, right? They are here to fix your life, not fuck it up. Let them. Work with them, not against them, because they can't do the work alone. This is a co-creative pact between us and the planets, right? They can show us where the misalignment is, but we have to take the action. And if you want to go deeper, read my article on Substack, where I dove all into the retrogrades here in July. I touch a little bit on how it impacts your natal chart as well. So it's linked down below. Make sure you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Subscribe, like. If you're not subscribed to my Substack, check it out. You can subscribe for free, or you can choose to support me on my journey for a very, very, very small monthly fee. Thank you guys so much, and I'll be seeing you.